Welcome back to San Diego, California, and welcome to Game 3 of the 1998 World Series here on Fox. The New York Yankees and the San Diego Padres. The fans here making noise, happy to have their Padres back in the World Series at home for the first time since 1984.
The one problem that Sterling Hitchcock could have is high with the fastball in the first inning.
All that great for Knobloch, but in this World Series, 4 out of 7 with a home run and 3 big RBIs. Popped up behind second. Out is Gomez. In is Finley. Steve Finley hangs on for the out. One away. With a moth in the front of his cap. The 3-2 pitch. The 1-out walk. How about that? Hitchcock had a little friend on his cap when he brought home ball 4 to Jeter, and a 1-out walk gives the Yankees a first inning base runner. Just couldn't lay off, and Hitchcock defeated him twice. The 1-1 to O'Neill is hit hard to short. Gomez starts it. Veras in the middle. Top of the first is gone. 6-4-3 off the bat of O'Neill. Here come the Padres. Bottom of the first inning. No score. On the infield, and Williams in center field.
You see the numbers on David Cone in the postseason.
You can hit and run with Gwynn. You get those two on, then you've got Vaughn, Caminiti, and Joyner coming up. To the shortstop, Jeter. Plenty of time. Leadoff man gone. David Cone takes care of Veras. Will pitch to Gwynn with the bases empty. 17 seasons here in San Diego. Played collegiately at San Diego State. Into left field. Shane Spencer back to get it. 2 gone.
Well, there's a reason Tony Gwynn has won 8 batting titles. He was out here well before regular batting practice.
During this postseason. 2 out, nobody on, and Vaughn. The line drive caught by Tino Martinez, so the Padres go in order. David Cone starting Game 3 for the New York Yankees. He gets through a perfect first inning. Struck him out over the inside corner, 1 away. Jam shot into shallow center for Finley. 2 down.
Again, coming inside on a Yankee hitter with 2 strikes as we look at some of the problem. It's the best 4 out of 7.
2 out, nobody on. And Brocious hitting in the number 6 spot, pounds it into center field. Finley didn't get a good read at the beginning and goes back to make the catch to end the inning. A late break, and was the beginning of trouble for the Padres in a 3-run Yankee first. There's strike 3 to Caminiti, and he is gone for the first out. Strikeout number 1 for David Cone here in Game 3.
With the Toronto Blue Jays in '92.
Here's the 3-2 to Joyner. Just up and away for a 1-out walk. Cone wanted it. You can't blame him. That barely missed. And Joyner is on with 1 out here in the second. Joyner at first, doesn't run all that well. 1 out. Finley to first. Tino Martinez, nice play to second. Out. Back to first, not in time. And the force out 3-6 for the second out here in the second.
They must have been running the ball a lot. Those big linemen pushing off.
Finley is running. The throw by Girardi, not in time. And Steve Finley gets his first World Series stolen base. At second with 2 down. Inning over. Strikeout for David Cone, his second of the inning, second of the night. No score after 2. Back after this from your local Fox station. 73. He hit 2 home runs in the division series against Texas. Out in front, struck him out, 1 away, and that's the second strikeout for Hitchcock.
Here's what we're talking about. Sterling Hitchcock.
Yankees from 1992 to 95. He's in 59 games and won 16 of them. To the right side for Veras. 2 up, 2 down in the Yankee third. Bases empty, no score with a pitcher, David Cone.
Bad, but the handle flares out a little at the bottom where the cone is.
That's right.
And Cone flares one into left field. Back to get it, Greg Vaughn. And Sterling Hitchcock has faced the minimum through 3. It'll be Gomez, Hitchcock, and Ferris coming up for San Diego. No score. And now the 1-2. Strike 3 called over the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts for Cone. Going back to the second in 3. Strikeouts here in game 3 for the Yankee right-hander. That was botched by Danny Batista in game 6 of the NLCS to score a couple of big runs and lead to another. Easy for Jeter. 2 up, 2 down for the Padres in the 3rd.
Book on that? It depends on whether it's oil-based or water-based.
2 pitch is chopped up the middle for Knobloch. It's the true hop. Throws out Ferris. The Padres go in order. We sail through 3 innings. Game 3, no score. Hitchcock on 1-1 to Knobloch. Off the end of the bat into center for Finley. Knobloch 0 for 2. Glare in by Hitchcock. As Jeter tests Gomez. It's through him and into left field in the first Yankee hit of the night.
And remember that graphic that we showed you earlier. First time through the order.
Breaking balls to lefties.
A ball and 2 strikes on O'Neill. 1 on, 1 out. No score. 4th inning. 2 gone. Strikeout number 3 for Sterling Hitchcock. Bernie Williams was ahead in the count in his first at bat. Eventually struck out looking. The ground ball up the middle. Gomez. Big time range to his left, and the flip for Ferris. The force out 6-4. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Gwynn, Vaughn, Caminiti coming up. No score. Tony Gwynn. Guy who does nothing but think on the mound against one of the game's most accomplished hitters as Gwynn pops it into center. Bernie Williams doesn't see it, but has time to recover one away. We gave you our Aflac trip. He pounded 2 home runs in game number 1. And he rips this one into left. Spencer. 2 gone.
Well, during Ken Caminiti's first at bat, we're going to get a look at the pitch placement.
2 out, nobody on. 3 balls and a strike. David Cone hasn't given up a hit, but he has given up 2 walks. That's his second, and it keeps the 4th inning alive for San Diego. He had 2 swings in succession as Joyner pops it up left side. Caminiti getting down to second as Brocious in foul territory takes care of Joyner, who's retired for the first time tonight. The Padres have stranded 2. We've played 4. Martinez will lead off the 5th for New York. 1992 to 1995. He got his opportunity with the Yankees as Martinez hits the comebacker. Hitchcock gets the out. And if you remember back to the NLCS this year, after Kevin Brown pitched in this stadium in game 5.
And I think he's proven whoever said that and whoever hung it on him wrong.
Brocious lines a drive into left center field. Over to cut it off is Vaughn, moving around pretty well in left field. And Scott Brocious has the Yankees' second hit of the night. The count still 2-2, 1 on, 1 out. No score in the 5th. Inside corner, struck him out. Got him with a fastball. And strikeout number 4 for Hitchcock.
That 90-mile-an-hour fastball looks about 100 miles an hour.
Hitchcock through 5.
miss, but even throwing a no-hitter through 4.
One away as Cone comes up with strikeout number 4.
David Cone with a lot of deep counts. The 3-2 pitch, and what does he throw but the splitter? You just cannot guess with this guy. Letters. Everything else will be away, one would assume.
Sound like he broke his bat. Pop up to the right side for Knobloch. Staggers a bit. 2 down. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning for San Diego.
Look at that. Spotless.
Gomez loops one into right. Paul O'Neill. The running catch in toward the infield, and we go to the 6th inning. Already in game 3. Yankees up 2-0. There is no score. Cone lines one into left field for a base hit. David Cone, who in his career had 61 base hits, gets his first of this season.
But not a good base runner.
And not a big lead as Knobloch does bunt, drops down a beauty. Caminetti, the barehanded pickup, the high throw, and the first 2 Yankees are on here in the 6th inning. Back-to-back hits by Cone and Knobloch. Jeter trying to put New York out in front. 1 away and a big strikeout for Hitchcock. Three hitters, including O'Neill. 2 on, 1 out. Up the middle, through. They will bring Cone to the plate and now hold him late. Cone put on the brakes, and Finley with that good strong arm throws it on the fly to the plate, and the bases are loaded. On the infield. Still no score. Got a base hit. The bad news, David Cone got a base hit to lead off the inning. It changes the way it was played. And now Hitchcock returns the favor. Sterling Hitchcock with a leadoff base hit to start the bottom of the 6th. And the first hit for the Padres tonight belongs to Sterling Hitchcock.
I think you got to send him anyway.
Not going as Veras takes ball 4. And the first 2 Padres are on in the 6th.
Excuse me, didn't we just see?
To the right side and through. They will bring Hitchcock to the plate. No throw by O'Neill. 1-0 San Diego. Now the throw gets away. It heads into the dugout. To the plate is Veras, and it's 2-0 Padres.
Tino Martinez was in place as the cutoff man, and now you got to play the Yankee infield in.
Win at third with nobody out, and Vaughn misses the RBI opportunity as Jeter. A wide throw, but Vaughn out easily, 1 away. That is a rare misplay by Paul O'Neill. Right-hander Mendoza, left-hander Lloyd getting ready for the Yankees in their bullpen. Into center field. Williams back at the track to make the catch. Tagging and scoring is Gwynn, and it's 3-0 San Diego.
Fundamentally rock solid.
Joyner to the right side. Great play. Tino Martinez race to the bag, and it is won by David Cone. Padres lead by 3 after 6. Back after this from your local Fox station. True to form, and it's ripped into deep left center field. At the track, at the wall, it's gone. The 3-2 fastball. Brocious knew it, and he goes deep to make it a 2-run game. It's 3-1. Well, you always hear it. That's preferable to a leadoff walk. Here hit it, and Brocious just knew what was coming and did his thing. Scott Brocious. None. He hit .203 last year. Into left center field. That's well hit. Won't be caught. Takes it up against the wall. A homer, a double, and here come the Yankees in the 7th.
Against Girardi and Hamilton against Posada.
Jorge Posada, the pinch hitter, facing Hamilton. That gets away. Over to the third is Spencer. Great base running as he was on the move. The split second that ball got away from Leyritz. And it's now Spencer at third with nobody out. A starter during the regular season. 3-1 Padres in the 7th. One away and a big strikeout for Hamilton and San Diego. Runner at third, one out. Chili Davis. The ground ball to the left side. Everyone will be safe, including Spencer at the plate. It's a 1-run game, and you cannot convince me that Ken Caminiti is healthy. Runner goes. Knobloch takes ball 4, and now the go-ahead run is on for the Yankees here in the 7th. A homer, a double, a pass ball, an error, and now a walk.
In front of pitches very often and gets a lot of base hits the opposite way.
Caught. Double play. Inning over. Chris Gomez using every millimeter of that glove. New battery altogether with new pitcher and catcher Posada behind the plate. Finley to the right of the second baseman Knobloch. Good play. One out. Chuck Knobloch with a strong play to his right.
He will get a lot of ground balls.
Hernandez couldn't hold up. Nasty pitch from Mendoza. Out number 2. Jumper over the head of Brocious for a hit. Down the line, and Gomez is thinking too. Spencer comes up throwing. Gomez is out to end the 7th inning. Shane Spencer guns down Chris Gomez to end the 7th.
Trevor Hoffman has not pitched in 6 days. He has not started the 8th inning in any game.
Leadoff walk. The tying run is on as Paul O'Neill heads down to first. That is the 3rd walk handed to the Yankees tonight. With a tying run at first, nobody out in the 8th inning for the Yankees.
53 saves on the year.
Into right field. Gwynn back. The track feeling for the wall. The catch. O'Neill will stay put. One away. An anxious few seconds on the count. 3-1. Ball 4, and now the go-ahead run is on for the Yankees here in the 8th inning. 2 walks. A walk by Myers to O'Neill leading off the inning. Now the 2-2 to Brocious. Into center field. Well hit. Finley back at the track at the wall. A 3-run home run for Scott Brocious. And just like that, the Yankees take a 5-3 8th inning lead. One out out, nobody on. 3 runs are in. 2 balls and a strike. And Leday up the middle. Veras to his right. Good play for the second out of the inning. And you go back to what both you, Tim, and you, Bob, said. Right back up the middle, and Trevor Hoffman is having his troubles with this Yankee lineup. He issued the 1-out walk after getting Williams to fly to the track. Then the 3-run home run hit by Brocious, and now a base hit up the middle with 2 out by. To the shortstop, Andy Sheets. Fresh into the game. The throw to first, and Mendoza in his first major league at bat. Grounds to short. Big damage again. And again, it's Scott Brocious. 1 run, the tying run to score, and Hoffman is on the hook right now. The 1-2 pitch to Brocious. Ball throw is perfect. Scott Brocious
Appears to be all right.
Now the 0-2. Veras into left center field. Well hit. Leday will not get there. 1 hop up against the wall. Gilvio Veras has a 1-out double. Mariano Rivera out of the Yankee bullpen.
2 totally different pitchers.
The opposite way, falling in a hurry. Leday won't get there. Base hit. It's first and third. 1 out for the Padres in the 8th. That was the first at bat for Tony Gwynn. Center field. Back is O'Neill. Tagging is Veras. He will score to make it a 1-run game. It's 5-4 Yankees here in the 8th.
Have to be mindful of the pitch out, however, ahead in the count 1-2.
Struck him out, and Caminetti ends up seated at home plate as Mariano Rivera comes in, allows 1 inherited runner to score. And we move to the 9th. Not been his sharp self here tonight as Knobloch pops it into right. That's Rivera back to get it. 1 away. Ruben Rivera stays in the game in right field. Taking over for Tony Gwynn on the bases, and now defensively
has been his worst opponent as a manager.
Jeter to the shortstop Sheets. 2 out. The Padres in the bottom of the 9th inning. They'll be trailing by at least 1 run and facing Mariano Rivera. We'll have Joyner.
3 for 7 lifetime.
The 2-2 to O'Neill. Reaching for it, and the ground ball to Joyner. Top of the 9th inning, over. Wally Joyner will lead off the bottom of the 9th inning with Finley and then Hernandez, the scheduled hitters.
He did it against Brocious. It was ineffective.
Wally Joyner at the plate. 5-4 Yankees in the 9th inning. And a little broken bat pop up. Jeter 1 away. And the Yankees are 2 outs away from taking the first 3 games of this World Series. Finley to the right side. The Yankees are 1 out away from taking the first 3 games. Great teams hurt you throughout the game. 9-3. Hernandez, the base hit into left field, and now the tying run is on. So Carlos Hernandez gets the base hit to extend it. So Vanderwall is the tying run at first with 2 out. Sweeney is the pinch hitter, and he gets a base hit into right field. Vanderwall will take the turn, head to third, and now the tying run is 90 feet away. And Andy Sheets is going to walk to the plate, and out ends game 3. Game over, and the Yankees have won the first 3 games of the 1998 World Series.